Hi, amazing YouTube subscribers of StellaZone. Hope you are having a fantastic, wonderful, beautiful, fabulous day so far. This is a video of one of my adventures in Ghana, the motherland. Alright, so today I am going to show you how to make egg stew or egg sauce or tomatoes and egg stew. All right, so to make my tomatoes and egg stew, I'm just going to walk you through the ingredient that I have. It's very simple. All right, so I have 10 tomatoes. I'm starting with 10 tomatoes, and I have Koobi, salted tilapia. I have just half of it, but if you want to use the whole thing, that is fine, and I will be cooking that. So see, I'm going to cook that. So I have my hot water. I'm putting my Koobi in my hot water, and I'm going to let it boil, so it will help cook the Koobi. So let's get back to work. All right, and I have my mackerel. You guys know I love to cook with mackerel. I have some Ghana pepper, some Kpakposhito, some red pepper, onions. That's my onion that I'm using, red onion. Yep, medium sized. I have 2 eggs that I'm also going to be using. You need palm oil. That's my oil that I'm going to be using. And you need salt to taste. And if you like, you can add just a little bit of Maggi to spice things up. So let's get started. All right, guys. So to start with my stew, I am going to go ahead and cut my tomatoes, slice my tomatoes up. You can cut it whichever way you want. You can dice it, slice it, whatever you want to do with it. And also the onions too. I'm going to cut the onions up. And for the pepper, I'll be grinding the pepper, and I'll make sure that that fish, the mackerel, is deboned and clean. So let's go ahead, see. All right, so I have my onions sliced up. I have my tomatoes sliced up, and that is the pepper that I have grinded up in my asankain. In Ghana, asankain is, I like to use asankain. I like to bring the home touch, I have my 2 eggs, and just all you have to do is whip the egg up, just mix it, and then in my pot I have a 1/4 cup of palm oil. I have a 1/4 cup of palm oil in my pot. Added my onions to it. And so I'm just going to let the onions cook till it softens up. And right now, you see, that's the fish. So I'm going to, that's the mackerel. That's the mackerel. And that's the Koobi. So I'm going to add, what I'm doing is that I'm going to add the Koobi. After cooking it, I deboned it. And so it is going to go inside my sauce that I'm making. Yeah, so I added the Koobi, and it's for the flavor, You want the Koobi and the onion to cook, and I'm telling you, it brings that flavor to the food, and it makes it very delicious. So yeah, cook the Koobi. Once you add the Koobi to the onions, cook it, let it cook for 2 minutes, for 2 minutes with the onions. Alright, so in goes my tomatoes. Okay, so remember we started with 10 tomatoes. We sliced every tomato up, cut it up, dice it, don't juice it, I'm just kidding. So yeah, just add in your tomatoes and mix it in well. Cover it and reduce it. When you cover it, it helps it cook faster. Okay, and so now you can see my stew. So I cooked the tomatoes with the onions and everything for 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, you go ahead and add your pepper that you grinded. You add the pepper in there. I like to use fresh pepper too in this kind of stew because of the flavor it also introduces. Because I mixed red pepper with the Kpakposhito, and it has a really nice aroma. So yeah, add in your pepper. It's there. You guys can see that it looks delicious. See, cooked. I added a little. I went ahead and added a little bit more oil to that. I'll probably say 3 tablespoons. I'm adding in my mackerel. It's all deboned. It's all deboned. I'm telling you. This is the stew. This stew is the bomb.com. Okay, so you add in your fish and then you stir. Because whenever I add an ingredient to a stew or soup, I let that ingredient, whenever I introduce it to the sauce or the soup, I let it sit and cook with the rest of the ingredient for maybe 2 to 3 minutes, okay? So that they will get to hug each other and introduce themselves to each other and all that. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and mix the eggs. Mix it, whip that thing, girl, whip that thing with the bones God gave you. Whip it, you got that bones in your hands, whip it. All right, and so what I'm going to do is after letting the fish cook in the sauce for 3 minutes, this is good. This is good, perfecto. So now I'm going to go ahead and spread my eggs on top of that. Okay, in this case, sometimes like I will use agushi. You guys have seen me use agushi melon seed, but we didn't have any melon seed on hand and I didn't want to go to the market, so I just use eggs instead. Okay, but if you don't want to use eggs, you don't have to. It's optional. Okay, but it's way I do it. It's the StellaZone way. So yeah, once you put your eggs on the sauce, bring the heat down to low, like bring it down to low, and let the egg cook also for 3 to 5 minutes. Do not stir, just leave it alone. At this time, back off. All right, so then you go ahead after 5 minutes, go ahead and stir like from the bottom. It's like lifting the soup from the bottom of the pan. You know, I don't want to like go ahead and then start using the spoon to like mix, so that's why I go to the bottom of the pan, and then it's like I lift it up to avoid it from being to make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan, you see. Then I go to the side and side. This is the StellaZone technique. Okay, so that is my tomatoes and egg sauce or stew, whichever way you want to call it, and this looks delicious. I have tasted it. Oh my, this tastes really good. So you can have it with like I said, boiled rice, boiled yam, boiled potatoes, boiled plantain, what is it, kenke, banku. Yeah, so I am serving my sauce with yam. That's what I'm having. I'm having it with yam. So you can just whichever you want to have it with. It's really good with rice and plantain. So, but I opted for yam. You can always do amazing things for me. Give this recipe a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not, please do. And comment. If you have any comment, please share this video with friends and families. So this will be it for today. Until we meet right here on StellaZone. Have a fantastic day. God bless you.